Your person has a huge fight. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you paused right here at this exact moment, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Take a breath and stay with me, because what just happened around the person connected to your soul wasn't random, it wasn't small, and it wasn't just about raised voices or hurt feelings. It was a spiritual collision where truth finally broke through the surface. Listen to this. There was a huge fight, and it wasn't only external, it was internal, it was energetic, it was the universe pressing on a weak point that could no longer hold the pressure of avoidance. Don't scroll. When souls are connected, chaos doesn't show up to punish, it shows up to reveal. And this fight revealed something they've been running from for a long time. Your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing a storm without seeing the clouds, feeling tension without knowing where it would land, and last night, or very recently, that tension finally erupted. Listen to this. The argument may have been with another person, with family, with circumstances, or even with themselves, but at its core, it was about alignment, about choices, about the growing discomfort of living out of truth. Don't scroll. Your spiritual awakening shifted the balance between you, and when one soul rises into clarity, the other feels pressure to respond, and pressure always finds the cracks. This message is for you because you didn't cause the fight, but your growth triggered the reckoning. Listen to this. You chose peace, boundaries, self-respect, maybe even silence, and that choice removed the cushion they were leaning on. Without your emotional labor holding things together, the imbalance had nowhere to hide. Don't scroll. That's when the universe steps in and shakes the structure, not to destroy what's real, but to expose what isn't. Your heart needs this right now because you've been wondering if stepping back meant giving up, when in truth, stepping back allowed the truth to come forward without you forcing it. Listen to this. During that fight, words were said that couldn't be unsaid, emotions surfaced that couldn't be buried again, realizations hit that couldn't be ignored. They felt frustration, yes, but underneath it was fear, the fear of losing control, the fear of losing comfort, the fear of losing you. Don't scroll. Fear is loud when truth gets close. Your heart needs this right now because you've mistaken their fear for a lack of feeling before, when fear often shows up precisely because feelings are real. Listen to this. This wasn't about blame, it was about exposure. Exposure of ego. Exposure of avoidance. Exposure of the cost of delay. And when exposure happens, something has to change. Don't scroll. You may have felt it in your body, a sudden heaviness followed by calm, an emotional wave that didn't feel like it belonged only to you, a strange mix of concern and relief. That's because soul connections transmit truth before the mind catches up. This message is for you because you are sensitive to energetic shifts now. Your awakening sharpened your intuition, and intuition recognizes truth instantly. Listen to this. Signs from the universe have been circling you to keep you grounded while this unfolds. You saw 1111 reminding you that awakening is active and irreversible. You noticed 222 calling balance back into a connection that leaned too hard on your giving. You caught 333 urging emotional honesty, even if it remained internal for now. You saw 444 wrapping you in protection while the ground shook around them. Don't scroll. These numbers weren't about predicting the fight. They were about preparing you for the clarity that follows it. Your heart needs this right now because preparation prevents you from rushing back into old patterns when emotions flare. Listen to this. After the fight, there is a quiet moment, always. A moment where the adrenaline fades and the truth lingers. In that quiet, they are forced to sit with what was exposed, how much they've avoided, how much you carried, how real the risk of losing you actually is. Don't scroll. That quiet is where destiny makes its move. Your heart needs this right now because you've been waiting for clarity to come through words, when sometimes clarity comes through disruption. Listen to this. This does not mean everything is fixed. It means awareness has arrived. And awareness changes the future whether someone likes it or not. You are no longer invisible. You are no longer taken for granted in the same way. The universe balanced the scales without you having to fight for your place. Don't scroll. Notice how your energy feels now, steadier, even if emotional, grounded, even if tender. That's alignment settling in. Your heart needs this right now because alignment feels different from anxiety. It doesn't beg, it doesn't chase, it observes and chooses. Listen to this. If they reach out after this fight, pay attention not just to what they say, but to how they show up. Do they bring clarity or confusion? Accountability or excuses? Presence or panic? Don't scroll. Reaction fades, transformation stays. Your heart needs this right now because you've accepted reaction as change before, and it kept you looping. Listen to this. You are not responsible for soothing the fallout of their conflict. You are not required to rescue, explain, or soften the consequences of truth surfacing. Compassion does not mean self-betrayal. Don't scroll. You can care without carrying. Your heart needs this right now because carrying kept you tired, and rest is part of your calling now. Listen to this. This fight was a mirror held up to them, reflecting what happens when alignment is delayed. Mirrors don't accuse, they reveal. And revelation is neutral, it simply shows what is. Don't scroll. What rises from here will be real, because it's being born from truth, not convenience. Your heart needs this right now because real things don't require you to shrink. Listen to this. You might also feel grief, for the peace that could have existed sooner, for the simplicity that was complicated by fear, for the time you waited. Don't scroll. Grief doesn't mean the lesson failed, it means it mattered. And what matters shapes you. Your heart needs this right now because honoring grief allows you to move forward without resentment. Listen to this. The universe did not orchestrate this fight to pull you backward into drama, it allowed it to push you forward into clarity. Disruption clears the path for alignment. Don't scroll. Alignment may look quiet on the outside, but it is powerful on the inside. Your heart needs this right now because power no longer needs to be loud to be real. Listen to this. If silence follows, let it. Silence after truth is sacred, it lets reality settle. If conversation follows, let it reveal itself through consistency. Don't scroll. You don't need to decide anything immediately. Slowness is wisdom now. Your heart needs this right now because rushing kept you confused, and clarity grows in stillness. Listen to this. You are allowed to stay open without staying available to imbalance. You are allowed to love without losing yourself. You are allowed to wait without putting your life on hold. Don't scroll. These are not walls, they are standards. Standards don't push away what's aligned, they invite it closer. Your heart needs this right now because standards protect your future self. Listen to this. This fight marked a turning point, not because of who won or lost, but because truth entered the room and refused to leave. And once truth arrives, the story cannot continue the same way. Don't scroll. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay aligned. This is part 1 of a truth unfolding, and what comes next will not require you to abandon yourself. The universe is speaking softly but clearly now, and your willingness to listen has already changed everything. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This second part goes deeper into what that huge fight actually unlocked, because the argument didn't end when the voices stopped, it continued inside them, quietly, powerfully, in ways that are now reshaping how they see you, themselves, and the future of this connection. Listen to this. After the chaos settled, after the emotions cooled, after everyone walked away thinking the moment had passed, something stayed behind: awareness. Awareness doesn't shout. Awareness lingers. And they are sitting with it now, whether they admit it or not. Don't scroll. That fight forced them to confront a truth they've avoided for far too long, that the way things were going could not continue without real loss. And that loss isn't abstract anymore. It has your face. Your absence. Your energy no longer filling the gaps. Your heart needs this right now because you've been wondering if they truly understood what was at stake, and the answer is yes, they felt it when the structure they relied on cracked. Listen to this. The fight wasn't really about the surface issue. It was about pressure that had been building underneath for months. Pressure from unspoken feelings. Pressure from delayed decisions. Pressure from knowing they were standing between comfort and truth. Don't scroll. When pressure builds long enough, the universe creates a release point, and that release is rarely gentle. But it is always purposeful. Your heart needs this right now because you've been blaming yourself for tension you didn't create, when tension was the signal that something needed to change. Listen to this. They are replaying the fight now, not just what was said, but what was revealed. The defensiveness, the emotion, the realization that they were reacting instead of leading their life honestly. And in that replay, you keep appearing. Not as the cause, but as the contrast. The contrast between chaos and calm. Between avoidance and clarity. Between fear and love. Don't scroll. That contrast is unsettling, because it highlights what they've been postponing. Your heart needs this right now because you've been the steady one for so long that you forgot how powerful steadiness really is. Listen to this. Your spiritual awakening has changed the way you respond to conflict, and that change removed the distraction they hid behind. You no longer escalate. You no longer chase resolution. You no longer sacrifice peace for connection. Don't scroll. When you stopped doing that, the universe handled the confrontation for you. This message is for you because you didn't need to fight, alignment did the work. Listen to this. After the fight, they felt something unfamiliar, accountability without blame. There was no one else to point at. No distraction to hide behind. Just the truth that delay has consequences, and comfort can disappear. Don't scroll. That realization is heavy, and heaviness forces reflection. Your heart needs this right now because reflection is what precedes change. Not promises, not apologies, but honest self-confrontation. Listen to this. You may feel moments where their energy feels closer now, sudden thoughts of you, emotional waves, curiosity about your life. That's the echo of the fight settling into awareness. Don't scroll. Echoes are not decisions, but they are signals that something real has been touched. Your heart needs this right now because you've been waiting for proof that this connection mattered beyond words, and proof doesn't always arrive through communication, sometimes it arrives through disruption. Listen to this. Angel numbers may continue to appear, not as warnings, but as anchors. 1111 confirming that awakening is locked in. 222 reminding you that balance is being restored, even if it feels uneven right now. 333 validating the emotions you've been holding without expression. 444 surrounding you with protection while truth integrates on both sides. Don't scroll. These signs are not asking you to intervene. They are asking you to stay grounded. Your heart needs this right now because grounding prevents you from slipping back into overfunctioning when emotions spike. Listen to this. There is also grief present now, grief for how long it took, grief for how much you carried alone, grief for the simplicity that was delayed by fear. Don't scroll. Grief does not mean the connection failed. It means it mattered. And what matters leaves an imprint. Your heart needs this right now because honoring grief allows wisdom to settle without bitterness. Listen to this. The universe is no longer interested in keeping things comfortable for them at the expense of your growth. Comfort delayed truth long enough. Now clarity is in charge. Don't scroll. That doesn't mean chaos will continue. It means the fog is lifting. And when fog lifts, reality becomes visible, not as you wish it were, but as it is. Your heart needs this right now because reality is kinder than illusion, even when it stings. Listen to this. If they approach you after this fight, pay close attention to the energy, not just the language. Are they calmer or frantic? Grounded or defensive? Curious about you or focused on relief for themselves? Don't scroll. Fear seeks relief. Alignment seeks resolution. Resolution takes responsibility. Your heart needs this right now because responsibility is what you've been carrying alone for too long. Listen to this. You are not obligated to absorb the emotional aftermath of their conflict. Compassion does not require self-sacrifice. Understanding does not require re-entry into chaos. Don't scroll. You can hold space without losing yourself. Your heart needs this right now because boundaries are how love stays healthy. Listen to this. There may be silence now. A pause where nothing is said. Let it be. Silence after disruption is where truth decides its next move. Don't scroll. Silence is not abandonment when it protects clarity. Your heart needs this right now because you feared silence before and filled it with effort. Effort is no longer required. Listen to this. This fight shifted the timeline. What was once someday is now or never. And that urgency is not yours to carry. Don't scroll. Urgency belongs to the one who delayed, not the one who grew. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying urgency that wasn't yours. Listen to this. You may notice your body feels different now, less tense, more present, even if emotions rise. That's because your nervous system recognizes that something is finally being handled beyond your control. Don't scroll. Relief can arrive quietly. Your heart needs this right now because quiet relief is still relief. Listen to this. You are allowed to move slowly from here. Slowness reveals truth. Speed hides it. Don't scroll. There is no reward for rushing back into old patterns. The reward is peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace is the standard now, not the exception. Listen to this. You are not responsible for how this resolves. You are responsible for staying aligned with what feels honest, safe, and real. Don't scroll. Alignment will either invite them forward in truth or release you cleanly. Both outcomes are protection. Your heart needs this right now because protection doesn't always look like comfort, sometimes it looks like disruption doing its job. Listen to this. This fight was not meant to hurt you. It was meant to wake something up. And whether that awakening leads to transformation or completion, you will not be the one left confused. Don't scroll. Confusion has lost its hold on you. You see too clearly now. Your heart needs this right now because clarity is the gift you've been asking for all along. Listen to this. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay honest with yourself. This is part 2 of the unfolding truth, and from here on, you are no longer standing on unstable ground. You are standing in awareness, and awareness changes everything. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This third part is where the truth moves from disruption into decision, where the echo of that huge fight begins to shape reality instead of just emotion. And I want you to stay with me because what's happening now is subtle, sacred, and deeply transformative. Listen to this. After the fight, after the shock, after the silence, something irreversible began inside them: recognition. Recognition doesn't come with fireworks, it comes with stillness. It comes when the noise fades and the soul is left alone with what it knows. Don't scroll. They are sitting in that stillness now, replaying not just the argument, but the pattern that led to it, the moments they dismissed, the truths they postponed, the ways they leaned on your patience without honoring your presence. Your heart needs this right now because you've been questioning whether they truly saw you. And the answer is that they are seeing you now in a way they never allowed themselves to before, clearly, honestly, and without the cushion of denial. Listen to this. That fight shattered the illusion that things could stay the same without consequence. It exposed the cost of delay. It exposed how much emotional labor you were carrying quietly. It exposed how your calm was mistaken for permanence. Don't scroll. Calm is not permission to neglect, it is a gift that must be cherished, and they are realizing that too late comes quickly when awareness arrives. Your heart needs this right now because you've been wondering if your growth mattered, and it did. It was the catalyst. Listen to this. Your spiritual awakening changed the frequency of the connection. You stopped responding to chaos with chaos. You stopped chasing clarity. You stopped filling silence with effort. Don't scroll. When you did that, the universe took over the confrontation you were never meant to lead. The fight was not punishment, it was alignment enforcing itself. Your heart needs this right now because alignment doesn't ask permission, it corrects course. Listen to this. In the aftermath, they are feeling something new, the absence of your energy where it used to cushion discomfort. That absence is loud. It's uncomfortable. It's instructive. Don't scroll. Absence is not emptiness when it teaches. Your heart needs this right now because you've been afraid that stepping back meant disappearing, when stepping back actually made your value undeniable. Listen to this. They are confronting the difference between wanting you and being willing to change for you. Wanting is easy. Change is costly. Don't scroll. That distinction is now unavoidable for them, and that's why this phase feels heavy. Your heart needs this right now because you've been offering change without being met in it, and that imbalance is no longer sustainable. Listen to this. Angel numbers may be appearing again, but differently now, not urgently, not repeatedly, but gently, like punctuation marks in a sentence that's finally making sense. 1111 may show up when you feel calm instead of anxious, reminding you that awakening is integrating. 2. May 22nd appear when you choose balance over reaction, confirming that harmony is being restored. 333 may surface when emotions rise but don't control you, validating your emotional intelligence. 444 may show itself when you resist the urge to rescue, reminding you that protection surrounds you when you honor your boundaries. Don't scroll. These signs are affirmations, not instructions. Your heart needs this right now because you've been looking for direction when what you needed was confirmation. Listen to this. There is also a quiet reckoning happening around timing. They are realizing that later is not infinite, that opportunities don't wait politely forever, that people don't stay emotionally available just because they once did. Don't scroll. That realization is sobering. Your heart needs this right now because you've been living with that awareness alone, and now it's shared, even if silently. Listen to this. You may feel moments of compassion rising for them, alongside firmness. That duality is healthy. Compassion without self-betrayal is maturity. Don't scroll. You are not hardening, you are integrating. Your heart needs this right now because integration allows you to love without losing yourself. Listen to this. The universe is asking you to observe what happens next without narrating it, without anticipating outcomes, without preparing speeches in your head. Don't scroll. Observation is a form of trust. Your heart needs this right now because trust in yourself replaces anxiety about others. Listen to this. If communication resumes, notice whether it comes from reflection or fear. Reflection sounds grounded, accountable, curious about you. Fear sounds rushed, defensive, focused on relief. Don't scroll. You are not here to soothe fear anymore. Your heart needs this right now because you've soothed fear at your own expense before. Listen to this. There may also be a test, a subtle one, where they check if old dynamics still work, if silence still pulls you back, if guilt still softens your boundaries. Don't scroll. This is not manipulation, it's uncertainty seeking familiarity. Your heart needs this right now because familiarity is not alignment. Listen to this. You are allowed to respond differently now. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to say less. You are allowed to wait for consistency. Don't scroll. Waiting for consistency is not withholding love, it's honoring truth. Your heart needs this right now because truth is the only thing that sustains real connection. Listen to this. There is a reason you feel steadier even while emotions surface. That steadiness is not indifference, it is grounding. Don't scroll. Grounding allows you to feel without drowning. Your heart needs this right now because drowning kept you exhausted. Listen to this. You may also notice that your future feels closer now, not because it's defined, but because it's no longer blocked by confusion. Don't scroll. Confusion is heavy, clarity is light. Your heart needs this right now because lightness is returning to you. Listen to this. Whether this connection transforms or completes, it will do so honestly. There will be fewer questions. Fewer maybes. Fewer sleepless nights. Don't scroll. That alone is a blessing. Your heart needs this right now because peace is not boring, it's healing. Listen to this. The fight was a turning point, not an ending. Turning points don't guarantee direction, they demand choice. And the most important choice right now is yours, to stay aligned with your growth. Don't scroll. Alignment is the only place where love meets you fully. Your heart needs this right now because you are no longer willing to settle for partial presence. Listen to this. You are not asking for perfection. You are asking for participation. Don't scroll. Participation is the minimum requirement for destiny-level connections. Your heart needs this right now because destiny does not beg, it responds to readiness. Listen to this. If nothing happens immediately, trust the pause. Pauses allow truth to stabilize. Don't scroll. Stabilized truth leads to sustainable outcomes. Your heart needs this right now because sustainability matters more than intensity. Listen to this. You are allowed to continue your life, your joy, your routines, your growth, without waiting for resolution. Don't scroll. Life does not pause for clarity, clarity joins life when you keep living. Your heart needs this right now because living fully is an act of faith. Listen to this. You are not behind. You are not missing signs. You are not misaligned. You are exactly where you need to be to witness what is real. Don't scroll. Real things don't require you to shrink. Your heart needs this right now because you are expanding into the person who no longer accepts confusion as love. Listen to this. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay honest with yourself. This is part 3 of the unfolding truth, and from here on, whatever comes will meet you where you stand, centered, aware, protected, and ready for what aligns next. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is the ending, the moment where everything that has been shaking, revealing, and unfolding finally makes sense, and I want you to hear these words as if God Himself is speaking gently but clearly into your spirit, not to scare you, not to rush you, but to anchor you in truth. Listen to this. I saw the fight before it happened. I allowed it not to hurt you, but to protect you. What broke was never meant to last in its broken form. What cracked was what could no longer carry the weight of truth. You have been patient long enough. You have loved sincerely enough. You have given without guarantees long enough. And now, clarity has entered the room, so you no longer have to question your worth. Don't scroll. I need you to understand something deeply. You were never meant to fight for love that was destined for you. Destiny does not demand exhaustion. Destiny meets you where you are aligned. That fight was not chaos, it was correction. It was the universe removing illusion so reality could finally breathe. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying confusion as if it were your responsibility, when confusion was never your burden to hold. Listen to this. I saw you doubt yourself. I saw you wonder if you asked for too much, if you felt too deeply, if you waited too long. Hear me clearly now, you were never too much, you were simply in the wrong environment for your depth. Don't scroll. Depth is not a flaw. Depth is a calling. And those who are meant to walk with you must be willing to meet you there. Your heart needs this right now because you are done shrinking to keep connections alive. Listen to this. I did not awaken you so you could return to old patterns. I awakened you so you could recognize peace when it arrives and walk away from confusion without guilt. The fight you witnessed or felt energetically was not about winning or losing, it was about truth standing up and refusing to sit down again. Don't scroll. Once truth stands, everything else must adjust. Your heart needs this right now because adjustment is uncomfortable before it becomes freeing. Listen to this. I know part of you still hopes for words, for an apology, for a realization spoken out loud. And those words may come. But hear me, words are not the promise. Peace is. Consistency is. Alignment is. Do not trade your peace for temporary reassurance. Don't scroll. What is meant for you will not confuse you at the core. Your heart needs this right now because confusion kept you awake at night, and rest is holy. Listen to this. If they step forward now, they must step forward whole. Not halfway, not out of fear, not out of guilt. And if they cannot, I will not allow you to stay stuck waiting. Either way, you are protected. Don't scroll. Protection does not always feel gentle at first. Sometimes it feels like endings. Sometimes it feels like distance. Sometimes it feels like silence. But silence can be mercy when it saves you from repeating pain. Your heart needs this right now because mercy has been working quietly on your behalf. Listen to this. You are not being punished. You are being repositioned. You are not losing love. You are losing illusions. And illusions cannot walk with you into your next season. Don't scroll. The next season requires clarity, courage, and calm, and you are already carrying all three. Your heart needs this right now because you've underestimated how much you've grown. Listen to this. I saw every tear you swallowed, every time you chose understanding over reaction, every moment you trusted me even when you didn't understand what I was doing. And I am telling you now, none of it was wasted. Don't scroll. Nothing done in love is ever wasted. Your heart needs this right now because regret has been whispering lies, and truth is louder. Listen to this. You are allowed to feel compassion without returning to chaos. You are allowed to care without carrying consequences that are not yours. You are allowed to love without abandoning yourself. Don't scroll. This is what maturity looks like. This is what healing feels like. Your heart needs this right now because healing does not remove emotion, it restores balance. Listen to this. The reason you feel steadier now, even as emotions rise, is because you are no longer standing on unstable ground. You are standing in awareness. Awareness is the ground that does not collapse. Don't scroll. When you stand in awareness, outcomes lose their power to break you. Your heart needs this right now because strength no longer needs to be loud. Listen to this. What happens next will not require you to beg, chase, or prove your worth. What is aligned will recognize you without persuasion. What is not will fall away without drama. Don't scroll. This is how divine order works, quietly, efficiently, compassionately. Your heart needs this right now because you've mistaken chaos for passion before, and I am teaching you the difference. Listen to this. If you feel a sense of peace settling in, even before resolution arrives, that is confirmation. Peace does not wait for permission. Peace arrives when alignment begins. Don't scroll. Let peace stay. Do not chase answers that disrupt it. Your heart needs this right now because peace is the language of God. Listen to this. As this chapter closes, let it close with dignity. Not bitterness. Not resentment. Gratitude for what it taught you. Gratitude for what it revealed. Gratitude for the strength it built in you. Don't scroll. Gratitude unlocks the next door faster than anger ever could. Your heart needs this right now because the next door is already opening. Listen to this. If these words feel like they are speaking directly to you, if they feel steady instead of urgent, calming instead of frightening, I want you to do something intentional. Type "I choose peace" or "I trust God's timing" in the comments. Let it be a declaration, not for the algorithm, but for your spirit. And if you want to keep receiving messages that ground you, guide you, and remind you who you are when emotions rise, subscribe to this channel. Not because you are lost, but because even awakened souls need reminders while they walk forward. Don't scroll. Hear this final truth and let it settle in your bones. You are loved without conditions, guided without confusion, and protected without effort. What is meant for you is not running from you, it is being prepared to meet you in truth. You do not have to chase it. You only have to stay aligned.